welcome to Magnetic Mobility. I'm Ciara, and today we're going to guide you through sizing your new link bracelet to ensure the perfect fit. Now, follow along as we show you the simple steps to adjust your bracelet to the ideal size. It's easier than you might think, and we'll be here guiding you through each and every step. All right, let's get started with your new bracelet.
When you receive your bracelet in the post, it's going to come in one of these boxes, or if you've gone with the eco-friendly option, it'll be in a lovely little satin bag. So when you get your bracelet, it will be in here. So you just gently remove it from your box. I'm going to show you how to resize this bracelet today. With these bracelets, one side is always going to be a little easier than the other. I know with this one, this end is the easier side to size. This is what your sizing tool looks like. We just open up the sizing tool. It comes in a little plastic bag like this. You should have a few extra little pin heads at the end of it there. That is just in case you break or bend one of the pins, because they're only a soft metal, so they can, if you are a little rough with it or you're trying to force these a little too much, you can bend these pins. So just be wary of that. It's why we have the few little extras there, just in case. But sometimes if you are a little too forceful, it can actually break the pin. So just be careful with that. It comes with one preloaded, and now all you have to do is just take it back a little bit, okay? And it's all just screwing this in or screwing it out. We have our bracelet. I'm going to use this little tweezers here just because my nails are going to be in the way, and it'll just show you a little bit easier. If you can see here, we have our little indentations here, and you can see them just along on this side of the bracelet. If you turn it over, you will see that this side the pins are absolutely flush, and you do not want to start coming at the pin to change it from this side, because if you try and push the pin from this side out the other side, it will get stuck over here and you will not be able to pull it back out. So you must always start to remove the pin by using the sizing tool, and the pin from the sizing tool here must go into the side of it that has the little indentation. That's why that indentation is there. It's to fit the pin from the sizing tool perfectly, okay? So what we're going to do is you pop it down here. Now sometimes you might feel that the bracelet is a little bit too low, okay? Some of the ladies' bracelets especially, these are perfect for the men's bracelets, because the men's bracelets, a lot of them are a lot kind of thicker. The ladies' bracelets are a little more delicate, so sometimes if you feel that it is just, you know, that the pin is kind of, see there, kind of comes across the top of it rather than going straight into it. What you can do, and what I always keep with me, is this is just a little fibre for cleaning glasses. What I do here is I just pop it underneath. This gives it a little, just kind of a bridge for holding the bracelet up. I'm going to try and do this a little bit more on its side for you, just so that you can see. So you can see here, the pin is going to go directly into that little hole, okay? There we go. Now all you do is just nice and gently screw that on, and as you can see, the pin is coming out beautifully on the other side. So take your pin back, and you can take your pin out here, and that is, the clasp has come off, okay? So I know I want to take 3 links out of this for myself. So we're going to fit the pin tool straight into that little indentation there, and again, nice and gently. I'm going to do this one just without the cloth, just so that you can see it clearly. So you've got your little pin is directly in here in that little space there, and what you're going to do is just give a little twist nice and gently, and if you can see there, you're pushing that pin straight clean through, okay? Now bring it back off, and out it comes, okay? Now with this style, this doesn't apply to all styles, but this particular, the Buddleia style, always remember the pin that you take out, the spare pin, is going to be much longer than the pin for the clasp. So just make sure that it is the shorter one, which is going to be the exact size of that. This one is for the much longer link that we need that there, okay? So this one goes to this. Now we are going to reattach the clasp onto the bracelet, okay? We have our side where the pins are nice and flush. We've zoomed in this pin for you here just so that we can demonstrate. When you're popping the pin back into the bracelet, we have our open part here where you can see there's two different ends here, and then we have the closed part at the bottom. The closed part is the part that goes in the bracelet first. This part up here is the part that you use to push in. If you try and do it the opposite way around, it will get stuck. You will not be able to get that pin through the other way. So we always start with this end and we finish with this end. And that's with every single bracelet that we sell. You always start with this end and we always end up with this end here. We're going to reattach this now. So remember, we have our little ends with the indent is on this side. So this is not the side we reattach from. We do it on this end. So you're just going to pop your clasp back on the end of the bracelet. Now I'm just using this little tweezers because my fingernails are going to get in the way, and just to avoid that. And you just pop that straight into little hole there and just give it a little press down, a little bit of a wiggle just to make sure that it's solid. And then we're going to use our sizing tool to pop that back in. Okay, so now that the pin is inside, and this is our end with the double pin on it at the end of it, so you want to just line up that pin head with your little tool. Now this can be a little finicky. It might take a few tries and get out the old reading glasses, which is what I have to do. If you feel that it's not just lining up right for you, give it a little cushion. So you just want to line up that pin head with the pin from the sizing tool, and you're just going to give that a little nudge in, not too much of the way, and then just check, make sure it's nice and flush. And that is it. You have now sized your bracelet.
Thank you for watching. I want to take a moment to express our heartfelt thanks for choosing our carefully crafted bracelets. As a small business, your support means the world to us, and we're delighted to have you as part of our community. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We regularly update it with useful tips, exciting product reveals, and much more. It's also a great way to stay informed about our latest offers and events.